What's up, you guys? My name is Miguel, fellow Xray Tech peep here, giving you the knowledge you need. So, day shift versus evening shift versus night shift. Which one's the best one for you will depend on various situations, depending on if you want full time, if you want PRN, if you want depending if you work in a hospital or you work in a private clinic. Because, for instance, if you're in a private clinic, there's only going to be day shift. So the main difference, well, evenings and days are kind of the same. There's just a slight transition. If you're wondering, I work night shift, but I've also done day shift and other shifts. Just give you an FYI. So the main difference is day shift, you will have the most amount of staff at your X-ray department. You'll have your manager, you'll have the rad, you'll have some places have an RPA, which is the one under the rad, and you'll have all of your outpatients, your ER, and your main X-ray department. You'll have to do fluoro. If you're in the main department, you'll have to separate like your duties. Like some of them, if you're in the ER, you'll just be in the ER. Meanwhile, one of the techs will be more of the on the floor doing if something gets called to do an X-ray up in like ICU or NICU or somewhere like that. Usually it's fully staffed. You'll have a lot more people. It'll be, to me, it feels like it's more busy, or there's more people coming in during that time. That's just me. And then the evening, it kind of tapers off about 5:30. A bunch of the day techs will leave, and nurses, as much as the small clinics, if you're in the hospital, will leave, and there'll be slightly less people at the actual hospital. And for the most part, by then, it's only the ER that's open, and you have a lot of, some places have more like homeless or like other people like that coming in to the actual ER, and it's a little bit more dangerous outside. Once again, depending on where you live and all that. I mean, by then the rads usually the radiologists usually leave, and then they'll just be at home from reading, some of them. Once again, all depends on your place. And there's a little bit less staff, X-ray techs there, and once again, it's not that bad. I mean, it's just some people don't like working 8 to 8. Other places, they'll come at from 2 to 10. Or once again, all depends on how your department works. And then the night shift, ours is from 8 to 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. And usually it's just 2. But once again, depending how big your facility, it could be 1. There's some places here that's just 1 X-ray tech, and other ones there's 2, and then other ones I've seen that is 4. And so it's just you, usually no supervisor, no nothing, and then the rads usually leave midnight. So if you need to get some stuff ready, do it before, or some places use there's different things you have to tweak around. And once again, there's way less staff. Nursing of basically any department, there's way less help, so you're kind of relying on your team and making friends around the department. And once again, lunch, usually day shift, if you work in the main department, they'll have a dedicated time where they won't do like fluoral procedures. So you kind of have your lunch kind of guaranteed unless you fall back behind. And then the ER, once again, some places, it all depends if you're busy or not. If you get your lunch, you don't get your lunch. Other places, they have a set schedule, so it kind of depends. And then at night, well, with me, from what I've seen, if it's just exam, floor, or trauma, everything, you're lucky if you even get lunch or dinner, whatever. Just be snacking on some stuff. And other times, we'll just be so chill that like you'll eat your lunch, you just be there chilling, waiting. It's just all hit or miss depending on the season, and there's very other things. But for me personally, I preferably like the evening and nights better. I mean, day shift is good if like you're first starting and you're trying to get a hands-on of how your department works and all the other stuff you didn't do as a student. And there's always help, you know. If anything happens, you have a manager. Anything happens, there's way more X-ray techs over there that can help you out, or nurses and other stuff for like moving and all the stuff. So kind of like in the afternoons and stuff, there's less staff. But I mean, for the most part, that's kind of the biggest difference from what I've seen. Once again, depending on where you work in your place, it, like you can have different types of variables and obstacles. But yeah, for the most part, that's pretty much it. Hope this helps. See you in the next one.